Hello everyone, welcome to this video. This is a series of videos that introduce one of the natural language processing projects that I've done recently. The project tries to retrieve the company location selection criteria from a group of articles. So here's an overview of this project. So basically we have a group of data. First one is the 120 closely related articles that talks about the company location criteria. So basically those elements that companies need to consider while they are planning to open. And then we have another 3,000 related articles to this company location criteria. But we know that these 3,000 articles are not as closely related as those 120. So we can treat this 120 as a training data set and the 3,000 as the testing data sets for this project. And then we have this task. So our task is just to find out, basically do a information extraction out of these 3,000 articles to find out the company location selection criteria, to tell companies what kind of elements they need to consider if they want to select their right location for opening their business. And then we have the steps for this projects. First, we need to do some data exploration. Then we do a text data pre-processing. This is a very important step because you kind of need to find a good way to do the data cleaning, and how clean your data has been cleaned can kind of decide how well your final analysis result could be. So this step is very important. And then we do a TF-IDF model to kind of filter out some of the highly weighted words in each article. And then we just consider those articles in our following steps, and without considering other words or phrases that are not important. And then we do a word to vector. Basically, we convert words to vectors in order for the following steps. So based on those vectors, we do a principal component analysis. And then, based on the principal component analysis, we do a k-means clustering. So in each cluster, we could have a group of words, and we were expecting that in each cluster, those words can kind of show a same theme, and that theme could be our criteria, just one criteria for this company location selection. And then in that case we do a cluster explanation. So basically we want to know, or maybe we are expecting that we can intuitively explain out of those words that what kind of criteria they represent. So this is basically the overview of this project. And here is analysis flow of this project. So first we have our training data, which is the 120 data set. And then we have we do data exploration, and then we do data pre-processing. And the reason why we need to have this training data set, which is the 120 articles, is because we wanted to train a phrases model that helps us to detect those phrases in the text. So basically, we not only wanted to consider the terms or word in that article, just word by word or term by term. We also wanted to consider some words that combine together to form a phrases, and those phrases can be like 2 words combined together or 3 words combined together. So like supply chain, like real estate, like United States. So these kind of words, if we combine them together, the final analysis result could be much more intuitive and much more accurate. So we need to train this model. So we so in this step we let the model know what kind of words, 2 words or 3 words, can form a phrases. And here we have our testing data. And then basically we do the same step for the training data sets. We do data exploration, and then we do data pre-processing. But here we need to use our trained phrases model to detect phrases in our testing data sets. So then we can have terms and phrases that we are terms and phrases to go on with our analysis. And the next step is that we need to retain the terms and phrases of our interest. So we use the TF-IDF model to filter out those highly weighted words or phrases across these articles. But this is actually not enough. We also need to do some manual filtering, because this TF-IDF model sometimes, or most of the times, it helps filter those words that we are not so interested in, such as some commonly used words. So we actually in here we need to do some manual processing. So basically we need to let the computer know what kind of words we are interested in, and then we convert those words or terms or phrases that we are interested in to vectors. So we do a word to vector model, and then based on those vectors we do a PCA, the principal components analysis, and then based on the PCA we do a k-means clustering. And after we have the clusters, we need to explain those clusters to tell our audience, to tell the business owners what kind of criteria those clusters mean. So this is the overview of these projects. There are a few other videos that are coming behind, and in those videos I'm going to introduce all these steps in detail and showing some code in Python. So I hope you could keep watching these videos. Thanks for watching.